Hey guys, so just in the Delhi airport, gonna go grab my bags. The flight was only like 13.5 hours and it went by really, really fast. I didn't sleep very much, but I don't know, it was just like a really good flight. So gonna pick up the bags, go to check into the hotel and sleep. So once I landed, I booked an Uber and it only cost about 450 rupees to get into the city. While I was looking for the Uber though, a bunch of people came up to me trying to see if I needed a taxi. They said it would cost over 3,000 rupees to get into the city. So just make sure that you book an Uber because the prices are set. They're not going to try to barter with you and they're definitely not going to overcharge you. The guys with the taxis even tried to tell me that the Uber price wasn't real and that was just the price to get out of the airport and that they were going to charge me more after. But once you get to where the Ubers are, everything's legit. So I stayed at the Shangri-La Eros Hotel in Delhi. This is my first time in India and I was there alone, so I wanted to stay somewhere that I felt safe and comfortable in. The area is really close to India Gate, Connaught Place. There are a lot of ministries around this hotel, so it was a really, really safe location. And it's just so cheap to get around Delhi that I didn't feel like I had to stay in the city center or around Old Delhi to be able to visit there. It really only costs like $1 Canadian to get from one side of the city to the other. So I really recommend staying in this area, especially if you're a woman and you're traveling alone. And if you're used to traveling to places like Europe, you're used to paying probably $200 to $300 a night. So I really think that this is worth it. Not to mention how incredible the hospitality is in India. All right, I rested a little bit and now I'm gonna go shopping. So put on some clothes. This is what I'm wearing. Very excited. Just exploring. Gonna do some Ayurveda. Some Panch Karma. The president lives. Amazing. Is the president. I'm at Sarojini Nagar Market now, and I'm very hot. And I bought water, but I just don't know. It's not going well. I'm just leaving the market now. That was really intense and hot. I felt like I was gonna faint, and I got water, and it's called copper water, so it tastes like copper. Beep, beep. So if you travel to India, people will probably want to take photos with you. I think I'm probably in like 300 family photo albums now. But everyone was really respectful. Nobody touched me. People listened if I didn't want to take a photo. I mean, they're just curious. They're interested. It comes from a really genuine place. So it's only about 7:40 p.m. and it's like starting to get pretty dark out. I've been at India Gate and apparently nobody wants to see the gate. They just want to take photos with me. So that was interesting. Morning guys, so it's 6 a.m. here in Delhi and I woke up around 5 and I was so lucky because I got to see the sunrise. You can kind of see it behind me here, but it was so beautiful. Like it just rose so slowly and like it's so high considering how early it is, but the view at this hotel was like unmatched. I was so lucky to see that. So basically the plan for today is gonna go check out the breakfast at the hotel. and I'll take you guys along with me. And then I am gonna go out into the city and like do some exploring. I'm gonna hit up Old Delhi. I am meeting up with this guy Salim. If you watch Ride with Gabby's videos, he was also featured in his videos, and I like reached out to him, and so he's gonna like take me around Old Delhi. I plan to also see like a famous tomb here today, and the Red Fort. So we'll see how that goes. So before I set out for the day, I just wanted to explore the hotel a little bit since I was up so early. So I checked it out. They have a really beautiful spa. They have a gym. It's like fully equipped and full of natural light. But what I think really sets this place apart is the pool and the outdoor area. Everything is really well kept, and they have this really huge pool. Yeah. I went in it later this evening, and like there was nobody there. They also have a hot tub. I mean, it was really, really hot. So I understand why no one was using the hot tub, but it's just so beautiful and so well kept. This was, like I said, my first time in India and my first time experiencing their hospitality industry, and I was just like blown away every step of the way. It's really good. It actually had like, I think there's like macadamia nuts or something in it, and dates. Very good. I'm at Humayun's tomb right now. It's at 7:50 a.m. and there's hardly anybody here. It's so breathtaking. And it's really hot out, but this is actually one of the only places that has like some wind. It's amazing. So how do I say thanks? Dhanyavad.
Your boyfriend is very, very nice and so cute.
My boyfriend is very cute.
Awesome. Your boyfriend is...
It was so funny. So I'm still at Humayun's tomb, and I met like a group of cousins, and you know, we were just chatting. They asked where I'm from. I like asked if I have a boyfriend, and I showed them photos of my boyfriend. They all got like obsessed with him. They were like, oh my gosh, like I love him. He's so beautiful. So my boyfriend's famous here too, and it's pretty funny. It's amazing here. Oh my gosh. Just peacocks. Like it actually takes your breath away how beautiful it is here. Yeah, very good. Hey guys, so I made some friends at the mosque, and so they took me to this cool cafe, and now we are going to a temple. Here we are. They're very, very nice. I'm very grateful to have made these friends.
आप आओगे आपके लिए भी, बाहर से आता हूँ उनके लिए कोई भी.
Okay.
I don't think so he's gonna...
It was so cool meeting these local girls. They took me on the subway, which is something that I feel like I wouldn't have done if I had just been alone, because I was like having so much fun going on the rickshaws. But it made me really experience the city in a different way. And it was cool to see they even had like a women's only section, which I felt really safe on. I obviously understand the nuances of you know, the necessity to have a women's only section, but I think this initiative was a really good one. So if you're going to Delhi, I would recommend just going on the rickshaws. I think it's probably a better way to get around, and it's more fun and it's different, especially if you're coming from a country where you don't have rickshaws. But if you want to experience the city in a different way, I recommend taking the subway. So I watched a lot of videos from Ride with Gabby. He's been to India multiple times, and every time he's in Delhi, he goes on a tour with Salim. So I contacted him. I'll leave that video down below just so if you want to see what Salim's tours look like, you can get a better glimpse. It was so cool. He took me to like the spice market. You can see here, I was just dying. I was just choking. It was like a combination of the spices, like it was so hot outside, plus the heat of the chili peppers. I was just dying. But the tour was amazing, and it's a really, really good way to see Old Delhi. Unfortunately, my phone died halfway through the tour with Salim, so I wasn't able to capture everything, but he took me into really interesting places along a bunch of side streets. I got a head massage. He took me to different temples that weren't even open. It was a really, really incredible experience. So definitely check out the video by Ride with Gabby if you're interested in maybe booking a tour with him. I ended up having dinner with the two girls that I met, and they took me to a restaurant in Connaught Place, and it was so good, as you can probably see here. They also showed me their student home, which was really cool to see, especially because I had been a student myself and I grew up in town with a lot of student residences, so to see that in another country was so interesting. This is my final morning in Delhi, and I started out the day really early, and I went to Lodi Gardens at 6 a.m. I really recommend going here. It's really peaceful, and especially if you can go in the morning, it's cool to see how the city wakes up and how the locals start their day. So there were so many yoga classes happening in the park. There were a bunch of like aunties going on walks and chatting. There were people going on runs. There were older people doing different breathing exercises, meditating, praying. And just to see that was a really cool experience. It's really nice when you can go to a local area and just see how the city wakes up. Not to mention how beautiful it is. So I'm at Lotus Temple right now, and it's really hot. You have to walk up a bunch of stairs, not even that many stairs, but you have to walk up some stairs, and I feel like I always need a second afterwards because it is so hot. I also went to the Red Fort. Just FYI, the Red Fort is closed every Monday, so just make sure that you kind of plan accordingly. There are other places that are also closed on different days, so just make sure that you kind of look into that because I made that mistake. So when I went here, I booked a tour with somebody that I met just right outside. I don't think that you need to book a tour in advance. You can just kind of barter with people because there are a lot of different tour guides, but they have so much knowledge. The guy that took me on a tour was actually a history professor, so he just knew so much. Like, look, they're taking care of me. I finished off my time in Delhi exploring Aero City, which is a really, really modern area with office buildings and different restaurants near the airport. Thanks for watching my first ever YouTube video travel vlog. Stay tuned for more tips and travel advice.